Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/ProRevenge. In today's episode, we can't take our break while we're waiting on an email reply. Okay. Pantsless compliance. I hate standardized tests. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. We can't take our break while we're waiting on an email reply. Okay. This one happened at my current employer. Now keep in mind, I'm already checked out at this place because of our whole team being overworked and understaffed. The dams to give are few and far between. But this one involved a fairly new coworker, we'll call him Ryan, and I'll be damned if I let management start abusing him this early in his career. So Ryan is the new help desk guy. He's the first to answer all calls, emails, tickets, etc. that come into our very busy IT help desk. One guy, that's it. I'm supposed to be level 3, but when management thinks frontline support for 250 people can be done by one person, I get to do more important things like show employees where their PC's power button is. But that's not what this story is about. I should also point out our customers are actually just our employees. We don't support external customers at all, just our internal employees. Ryan has just gone to his legally mandated lunch break, and my manager IMs me. We'll call her Chad because somehow the name fits her. Chad, a manager just called and said she saw Ryan walking to his car, and he's supposed to be helping her employee with their phone. Me, yeah, it was his lunchtime. Chad, why did he go to lunch when he was in the middle of helping a customer? Me, oh, it was just an email. I see here Ryan sent her a reply, and she didn't respond until after Ryan went to lunch. It's just a soft phone issue though, so she can still make calls using her desk phone. Chad, it doesn't matter. He shouldn't leave when he was in the middle of working with a customer. Me, well, in his defense, we work like 5 to 10 issues at once, so if we didn't just drop what we were doing at break time, we'd never get one. We pretty much have to do that because of our workload. Now I thought this was pretty reasonable on account of us being overworked as hell. But apparently, this was the wrong thing to say. Chad comes out of her office and walks up to me. Chad, if you're in an active conversation with our customers over phone or email, you should never stop until you resolve the issue. Me, wait. Seriously? We do that on emails all the time. We always have. Nobody's going to walk away during a phone conversation, but this was a fairly low priority email. Wrong move. Chad becomes visibly agitated that I'm not just rolling over and taking her directions with a smile and a nod. She's a manager and what she says, goes. Chad, no. We're not going to do that anymore. You never leave in the middle of helping a customer. It doesn't matter if it's a phone call or email. You need to stay with it until the problem is resolved. Go ahead and finish the soft phone issue that Ryan was working on, and I'll speak to him when he gets back. Chad then turns and walks off without waiting for a reply from me. I realize she's new and probably doesn't understand just quite how ridiculous what she just said really is, but it bothers me that she disregarded my input completely and she's treating us like we're cashiers. This isn't a JCPenney, this is an IT department. We don't serve customers, we serve the needs of the business. I start daydreaming up all the different ways this could go badly: labor law violations, massive overtime, huge backlogs, since we'd be effectively waiting on a single customer to reply instead of working business critical issues. But it turns out I didn't need to worry about that at all. I shit you not, for minutes later, I get an IM from the CEO's assistant, January. JAN, CEO needs to listen to a voicemail ASAP, but he's forgotten his password. Can you reset it? Perfect. Me, I'm sorry, but I'm not available right now. You can speak with my manager though. JAN, oh wow, sorry. I'll do that. Now, just as a clarification, me and Jan are about as close to on-the-clock friends as coworkers could be. She's on the ball and can read between the lines instantly. She knows something is up because I'd never answer her IM like that, and I wouldn't be stupid enough to tell the CEO I'm not available because I'm with a customer. Not even 2 minutes later, guess who shows up at my manager's door? I couldn't overhear the conversation, but it doesn't take long before Chad is back at my desk. Chad, so the CEO needs his voicemail password reset. Me, okay, well I'm still working with the customer on this soft phone issue, but a request from the CEO does sound pretty important to me. Chad, yeah. Me, so are you saying I should stop working this email and work on CEO's issue instead? Chad, please. Me, she probably won't get a response to her email until Ryan is back from lunch though. Chad, that's fine. Me, okay. It was never even mentioned to Ryan. And that is probably the fastest I'll ever see malicious compliance work its magic. Pantsless compliance. So this recently got tied up, so it's time to share. To start, I don't have a fashion sense. At all. You know that boho style where nothing matches and all colors clash? Yeah, if done right I can look cute. If done wrong I go from 26 to 40. So my best friends have asked me to help me with my clothing choices. I still mostly get the clothes I want, but with more taste. Which I'm down with. Just one issue. I look good in skinnies. I don't mind wearing them around town or to work. But I hate sitting at home in them for too long. I feel cramped and like a reptile that needs to shed the old skin. The initial solution was a pair of cute harem pants and a couple of sweatpants. But the harem pants I lost before moving in with my besties, and the sweatpants got mauled by dogs. Even my PJ pants. So all I had were leggings and skinnies. Which again, reptile. I tried to make my peace on this. I don't like being at home with these pants on for too long. I don't get how some people can sleep in them. So I asked for at least one pair of sweats. If you don't like wearing them, just take the damn pants off and walk in your undies. We don't mind. And so I did. First thing I do when I get home, kick shoes off and peel off the second skin. Sometimes I do a strip show of it. They rolled their eyes. I was out of town for 6 months, so I didn't have the issue of the skinny problem. What I did get is fisherman pants from Earthbound. If you Google search those puppies you know they are fugly but stupidly comfy. When I got home we got a new roommate, a 21 years old guy. He's sweet, isn't bothered by us being too revealing. So when my fisherman pants were too dirty, and am not a total fashion monster, I only wear them when working on art projects. The stripping commenced. Playing card games, quick strip show. Watching TV, my legs were liberated. All day pantsless. My roommates finally relented and let me get XL sweatpants. I'm a medium and demand baggy, they still kinda cling to my calves, but you know. It's not as bad. I take this as a win, and they are kinda cute. BTW, the guy knew he was in for crazy and I made sure he wasn't uncomfortable with my stripping before I subjected him to it. I hate standardized tests. There's a teacher in the high school I attend, Mrs. B, who taught English 9 so long my mother was in her class. I've only heard good things about her, and none of them are unfounded. She's done a lot for the community, she loves working with students, she teaches with a passion, and she hates traditional tests. She's always been against the idea, but that never stopped the state from making a system that forces the teacher to teach a bullet list of items, and the students get tested on what they should know by the end of the year. In English's case, with an essay on one topic scored on citation, accuracy, and grammar. Fast forward to 2 years ago, when the state realized the tests didn't help scores any, big shock, and said our local counties will try to replace the system with something new, which mine did. With a system that forces everyone to write an essay on one of 3 topics that gets scored for citation, accuracy, and grammar. Mrs. B rolled her eyes explaining this to my fellow students. When we voiced our concerns, Mrs. B made it clear she didn't like it either and ended her rant with "I'll figure something out." The first day of the couple weeks we get to write the essay, she, as required by the rules, had to read us the directions and prompt. She went through everything like she was supposed to, but then she went back and called to attention one part of it. A sentence reading, "Once you open the Google Doc, the teacher cannot help you at all." She made very clear that we couldn't come to her for anything after we opened the doc. Then, after doing so, she walks to the front of the classroom and states, "So, if you don't open the doc, and use the prompt I already showed you to write an essay on paper, I can, and will help you with any questions you have." 5 silent seconds pass before she looks to the class and says with a smile, "I hate standardized tests." I didn't know this at the time, but she was only one of a group of teachers across the county who formulated, coordinated, and executed the exact same plan. Needless to say, every student under these teachers, including me, got our essays on paper to be revised before we opened the doc and submitted them, netting all of us high scores. The higher-ups caught wind of what happened, and they were angry, but no one in the teacher group ever got punished because they never broke a rule. The directions were worded much more carefully the next year, and the teacher group responded by finding and using another loophole instead. Talk of making a new system started again after that. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.